Yeah, I think he's 16. So for KoDoRiN, it's another chance to like show, you know, I deserve to move the top dogs again.
Yeah, this is like that very achievable win, right, where you can really gain some ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the one. These are the ones that matter the most. Can you get to top 8?
And I think for KoDoRiN too, one of like the most, I think what makes his story so interesting is he made a really lengthy like twit longer where he was like, you know, Melee might not actually be super viable for me. I might have to retire from Majors. And then he's like, I'm going to retire from Majors, beats Aklo and Joshman at Chip Dog. I'm going to retire from Majors, beats Jmook, one of his hardest foes, for the first time at a SoCal Star League. So he's got some improvement in the Sheik matchup.
Yes, sometimes, much like in life, it's when you let go of like how much you're focused on the results and exactly how much, you know, you still put forth the effort, but you're not considering like all of the outside circumstances that come from the effort. Sometimes that's where you can make the most ground, and it seems like that's what KoDoRiN's been doing.
Yeah, learn first, win later.
Learn first, win later. Well said.
Maybe today is that later.
So far in this first stock, KoDoRiN has very often been like feinting one move and then going directly to another. What I always call like the blues rhythm. Marth is very good at it, you know? You're just like, move, move. Right one after the other. You bait with the first one, you hit with the second.
Makes sense. I like the Spark was not ready to Omsatech that.
Yeah, I like the up B conversion. Yeah, really Omsatech is all that could happen there.
Yeah. Momentum is so important in this matchup, and like what we were saying with like that blues rhythm, if you're able to feint out your moves and make your opponent, even for a split second guess what you're gonna do, that's the way. That's the spot where you make that opening. Like, look at that dash back.
Yeah, that dash back was incredible. Just barely going to the last bit of the stage, able to avoid Sheik's move there.
Which makes your opponent a little bit antsy, and you see your opponent's antsy. It's like, that's my time to strike, baby.
Yeah, KoDoRiN really is a master of bait and punish for sure, and then recognizes that sometimes when you're bait and punishing your opponent several times over, they start to get paralyzed in neutral. They're waiting for you to give up ground or waiting for you to make a commitment. KoDoRiN's so fast to recognize that that's what happened and is able to take Spark stock because of it. Nice ops attack. The double. Wow.
Oh, double Dutch right there, but it's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of a checkmate scenario. You can just rinse and repeat rising fair, but it's not the easiest input, so, you know, it's missable.
Dude, KoDoRiN is locked in. He survived at 200%.
Yeah, really. Against Sheik, who, you know, if a single grab or a single, like, tilt conversion often leads to a KO, no matter what the percent.
These tech chases are phenomenal, too. Like, KoDoRiN's playing amazing right now.
Gets the dancing blade into the spike.
Shades of Ken.
Yeah, the third downward dancing blade, that's my favorite one.
It's so fun.
That's my favorite.
It's a forgotten move, honestly. Marth should do it more.
Yeah, when I'm playing like a player way worse than me, I'll try to like go for it off stage.
Go for it in the
it's
swag.
Very fun.
But KoDoRiN's not swagging out.
No, KoDoRiN is playing super solid. It is very tricky to pin down like KoDoRiN's center of gravity. I think that has been a big part of the success so far on stock 1 and 2.
These tech chases are incredible too with the up Bs. Oh, but Spark with a tech of his own. He's saying, I'm not done yet. 173, I can still make this happen.
Yeah, I think KoDoRiN smartly retreating to the ledge when floating down because Spark really had the rest of the stage covered.
That was so smart on Spark's part. Everyone and their mom thought that he was going to back air there, and he just goes to ledge, and KoDoRiN drifts helplessly to his death.
Okay, a nice grab conversion for 40%. Is able to trade with a fair, so KoDoRiN gets a little bit, but Spark is really bringing this game back.
Yeah, he's not done yet.
Oh, goes a little bit too high.
Is that
down air,
There's
reverse
no
fair,
way.
misses the reverse fair.
Spark's got the mind of a warrior right now. He didn't give up. He made the comeback.
Yeah, that was like 3 stocks in a row, no?
Uncontested.
Holy moly, KoDoRiN was looking so good.
Pseudo 4-stock incoming? Wait a second, it's all crumbling down. Spark.
Yeah, playing on the platforms. I think part of it is the platform play.
Yeah, by just these sheer willpower and changing up his game plan, like dash forward, wave dash down, the Charlie walk.
Yeah, and did you see that spacing? Beat a nair with a forward air. Like just barely coming in time.
Spark is tweaking right now. This is crazy.
Okay, F-tilt's a good choice here. A little bit faster than a forward smash, and at 200% has the same effect. Able to get the floaty killer on Sheik at just over 200.
And now all the momentum KoDoRiN had, it's now in Spark's hands. This is Spark's game to lose now, which if you watch the first 2 stocks would be crazy to say.
Yeah, it does get the nair to turn them back around. This should be kind of a rinse and repeat edge card. Okay, Marth does have, I didn't realize had side beat juice left, so a little bit of a mix-up.
Back air won't do it quite yet. One more will seal it.
Yeah, able to stuff Marth. Rolls up as KoDoRiN goes for the ledge.
At the brink of defeat, Spark takes that game.
Yeah, I mean, what an incredible comeback. Yeah, it really feel like KoDoRiN was like unhittable in the first couple of stocks, but it's wild the way that Spark was able to change around the game plan. Use that platforms more to hold different types of areas because the horizontally challenging KoDoRiN was not working out.
He just never gave up. He had that confidence, the willpower, and just got that game. That was crazy because there's so many people in that spot who are defeatists. They just move on to the next game. Spark's like, nah, I got this.
Yeah, and actually did
Hold my
get it.
beer.
Yeah. Okay, so now KoDoRiN's approaching a little bit more with some of the aerials even. And that is, you know, something you have to mix in sometimes, but you consider that a conditioning win if you're Spark, right? That is not Marth's forte.
For sure.
Fade back.
Now KoDoRiN actually played in the platform a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit different on Yoshi's. The platforms are so close together that if you're both on opposite platforms, like Marth can run forward fair and Sheik may not be able to reach.
Whoa! He just comboed off the poof. Is he gonna get a kill?
Just barely not, but waits, I think just crouches underneath the move, is able to get a grab, convert to a forward air, and it's actually Spark with the first stock in this game.
Yeah, I think KoDoRiN read a jump on Spark's part. Spark lands on the ground first, crouches and gets the grab.
Okay, jab into a grab, a nice little conversion.
Spark's punish so lethal. It could.
Yeah, gets the forward smash. Yeah, I like Spark's mechanical coverage on the platform, using the down air to cover miss tech and tech in place, and then is able to L cancel and dash in time to get a grab. Edge guard scenario.
Oh, catches the jump, and all of a sudden KoDoRiN's running the show right now.
Yeah, you know, maybe that's part of the adjustment. We saw a forward smash in a defensive situation from KoDoRiN, which maybe is a sign, yeah, reverse fair. Maybe a sign that Spark's been sort of weaving in and out, getting KoDoRiN to throw out defensive moves, and then press the advantage from there. So a forward smash is trying to catch someone dashing or wave dashing away.
Yeah. I love how both of these players are, they're covering the, they cover ledge and they cover the sides of the platforms and throw moves preemptively there because the defense has evolved so much to where people just want to slide off everything.
Yeah, so it's like the winning mix-up sometimes is to not slide off and just tech like you used to back in the day.
Just tech in place on the platform.
Okay, not able to get to the ledge. Smart to air dodge back to the stage.
Sheik's crouch is doing so much. Oh, look at this platform movement.
Yeah, KoDoRiN was controlling the center of the stage, but it really has been platform movement. That's been the difference maker.
Yeah.
The reverse fair, a nice catch, and Sparks up a whole stock still.
He got all of that off of like the little toe of Sheik on the up tilt, covering above the side platform on Yoshi's. Whoa!
Whoa, huge conversion. You know, is able to make it back. Sheik was at a relatively low %. But that's big. You're back in the game now. It feels way better. Still crouch cancels at 70%. Good recognition that the fair would be weak. Okay, yeah, pushes off with the nair. Tries to chase down Sheik after the fact. Yeah, throw off stage. At that high of a %, you're just looking for the edge guard scenario. Able to grab the ledge.
Oh, he tried to cover everything with a down smash and it did not work out.
Yeah, it was a little bit too close to the ledge. Wow, fair went through the platform, maybe catching an up tilt, I think.
And up tilt still will not kill Spark, holding on for his dear life. He will not die.
Yeah, that was nearly,
as I say that he dies.
Nearly 150% on Yoshi's story. Of course, Spark has a huge lead, obviously. KoDoRiN's going to need some real clean play to bring it back.
And he barely makes it on stage, but Spark has enough time to cover it.
Yeah, excellent. Waiting as long as possible to use the up B, but no, Spark is up 2-0 now.
The run-up down smash.
And remind me, we were talking about history. The last set was what score in Spark's favor?
I thought it was a 3-2, if I'm not mistaken.
We thought that maybe this was KoDoRiN's opportunity to turn things around, but it looks like Spark is just going to keep on building on what his previous successes were.
Spark is saying, I'm repeating the past.
It's up to KoDoRiN to prove me wrong on that one. We'll have to see.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Like, he's no stranger to making crazy reverse 3-0s.
Yeah.
But
back to Yoshi's.
It's looking hard because Spark is just not dying. It's not even that KoDoRiN's not finding the kills, it's that Spark's defense is so clean and making it impossible for KoDoRiN to kill him.
Yeah, I think part of it's playing on the platforms, right? Because taking one fair from Marth is not enough to end your stock. And I'm a little bit surprised by the Yoshi's pick. Maybe it's just because we've picked up on one of the many reasons that Spark's been successful, which is some of that platform movement and his access to the platforms at any time.
Yeah, like when he's on the ground, he's able to get these tech chases, throw like up tilt, forward air. When Spark's on the platform, it's like he just DIs up, DI's out,
Yeah.
and KoDoRiN gets like a straight hit or two, that's gonna kill.
Yeah, but this has been a pretty big conversion so far. Goes for an up air, I like it.
Triple up air, that killed?
Yeah, kills off the top, very nice. Usually you see Marth go for like a nair or something there, but Sheiks end up pretty close to the stage. So that is the bolder of the move choices in that combo.
He had that labbed out, that was sick.
Now, yeah, there has been a lot of crouch cancel punishing from Spark.
Yeah, Sheik's, in general, wait, hold up.
Takes the stock very quickly.
That was crazy. How fast he got that stock. The awareness to know, like, wait a second, you're dead here.
Okay, and see KoDoRiN's winning the bait game once again. Dashes back, baiting a boost grab.
Off, but gets a grab covering the slide off. Counterplay to the counterplay.
Yeah, it's very hard for Sheik to find her way down. You can see Spark is trying to find a way. KoDoRiN's not leaving any openings.
He landed on the cloud!
Wow, clever is Spark. Up B has additional drift, more than Sheik would just have on her own.
Dude, he's a student of the game.
Yeah. Okay, that time KoDoRiN does read that Spark's going to the stage, able to get the F smash and has a full stock lead. I mean, it has to feel good after the previous 2 games.
How did he? That was so bizarre. He arms attacked that and then teched in.
Up smash. Oh, a wonderful down tilt to catch KoDoRiN.
Drifting to ledge.
Drifting to ledge, exactly.
Now we have a 2 stock to 2 game, but when Spark's up 2-0, you don't want to see this if you're a KoDoRiN fan. Spark fan's eating great right now.
Uses the needles to get back. This could be, oh, I thought that was a dash and grab punish. The F tilt just barely didn't space correctly. Yeah, using the nair to do additional damage.
Just for the raw shield grab there.
Yeah, KoDoRiN trying to cover the center of the stage, but Spark holds tight in shield, able to get the shield drop conversion. KoDoRiN turns it around once again.
And now tries sending the legend. Once again, just holds down and gets that grab. The holding down shield grab on KoDoRiN's part, like neutral in the camp.
Randall's back again.
Ooh.
Wow, Spark is making great use of Randall once again, but KoDoRiN knew, gets the down air. It's going to close the stock.
Dunks him to the seas.
We have a last stock game. KoDoRiN holding on for tournament life. Will you get 9th, or will you have a chance to move on to top 8?
Last stock situation, KoDoRiN, he needs this stock right now, and Spark is hungry for another top 8.
Okay, excellent tech chase to start things off. The short hop up air does tip her through. It's Spark's turn. Drops the conversion a little bit early, I feel.
Wait a second, he's still going.
Ooh, that was a bold move.
Spark a little bit too late on that forward air.
Yeah, KoDoRiN trying to play the spacing game, threatening those down tilts.
Great SDI on that nair on Spark to stay alive. KoDoRiN with center stage, not letting Spark get in.
Yeah, and at this point,
wait.
That is the game plan. You're just trying to wall Spark out. Eventually, one of these moves will push him off the stage. I think that's SDI downward from the nair, right?
Yeah, he SDI down on the nair.
And it makes the difference!
The top, Spark with a dominant 3-0 over KoDoRiN, saying that last set should not have been close as it was.
Holy moly.
Whoa. Can you believe that this year is the first time Spark ever top 8 at a major?
No.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy, yeah.
And he's done it twice now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming, right?
It has been.
Yeah, that's where the surprise comes from. And, you know, it did look like all KoDoRiN at first, but Spark made those quick adjustments, wasn't getting baited in as much by KoDoRiN, and then it was just a whole different story from there.
Yeah, those adaptations were just so impressive on Spark's part, because it looked like KoDoRiN was completely in charge that first game. And then he refused to die, took 3 stocks completely unanswered, and just ran the show from there.
Yeah, and I mean, the MVP of the Yoshi Stories games was Spark's defense, the crouch cancels in spots where I wouldn't have thought to crouch cancel.
Yeah, and just the creativity off of his punish trees, getting stuff off the poofs.
Is this the nair?
I didn't even realize that he hit the Shy Guy. I think it extended the forward air, like the active frames of the forward air hurt box. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy that he did that. And the awareness to go for the cloud.
Yeah, that's a timer watcher for sure. Yeah, and this call out from KoDoRiN, also excellent, right? Because the beginning of Sheik's up B is vulnerable, so of course that's going to hit.
That was crazy stuff. I'm so glad we got to watch all those fantastic sets. So top